We're back, boys. 11 hours later, we're still streaming. I didn't expect that prologue to be like 6 hours. So we had 5 hours of Kislev, and for the rest of the stream, however long they might be, we'll be playing Slaanesh. From tomorrow, we'll be rotating between Kislev and Slaanesh. Once both of those campaigns are finished, then we'll start the new one. Yoo-hoo! Gonna have to sort this one after as well. Yeah. So, second campaign we're playing alongside the Ice Court is what's it called? Is this playing every time?
This world has been sundered.
It's Slaanesh, one of the Chaos factions. Let's check out Slaanesh. We can see some demonettes here. Slaanesh is dedicated to the pursuit of excess, gratification, hedonism, pain, and a moral pleasure. A moral pleasure, the red names, huh? At the expense of any other soul. He's the youngest of the Chaos Gods, for the complex emotions of erotic desire and decadence only exist within the minds of intelligent races. From within the realm of chaos, the Dark Prince revels in each new sensation discovered. He guides the mortal inhabitants laden with desire to go even further in their pursuit of stimulation. This kind of makes sense with some of the stuff I've seen recently in Muradi's Dungeon on Discord. Those who serve Slaanesh are consumed by their own dark passions, driven by the need for their mistress-master approval to commit more sordid atrocities. And so Slaanesh followers practice war upon the nations of the south, seducing their foes into the service of the Dark God and inflicting symphonies of misery upon those who resist his call. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of billion mods, I think, here. So what it says here, devotees, amass followers by raiding, sacking, and looting settlements. Every time the raiding gets mentioned, guys, something in me just, you know, gets triggered. Let me drink some wine here. I got me some wine for this campaign. Is there something you have to download with rollover access? I don't think there's anything with rollover access right now. Summon disciple armies. Use devotees to summon armies in corrupted areas. Seduction. Compel enemy units to join your army during battles and force whole faction to vassalage via your seductive influence. I like the sound of that.
The lights we shall save.
I don't know, man. This form is strange. Nakari, Seducers of Slaanesh. Does this mean there's gonna be more Slaanesh factions? It looks like he or she, he is kinda dressed up but looking naked at the same time. The demon known as Nakari is a notorious keeper of secrets. As the Arch-Tempter, he scours the mortal and mortal realms to experience the ultimate sensation and taste ecstasy in its purest form. Over recent millennia, he has developed a particular hatred for the Elven twins of Ulthuan. But there's no Ulthuan here or the Elven twins. Whatever his short-term goals, the next part of Nakari's plan will surely involve their eternal misery. Well, I can imagine, you know, building a... If you're a follower of Slaanesh, you would definitely go for twins. Diplomatic relations plus 20 with all factions. Oh, that's like hella weird. Hella weird. Tributes from vassals for 50%. Oh boy. Vassals, boys. Vassals. I'm surely they reworked the vassals in this game. Lord effects, experience gain plus 50% each time a new faction is fought in battle. I don't know, that doesn't sound like much. Seduce units cost minus 25% for him, and enemy legion minus 4 in local region for him. That's half of their bonus. Ooh, start at the very top of the map. This is all the same, right? Okay. Seducers Slaanesh, now number 1, part 1. Let's go. See what they have to offer. Isn't that area in the north all chaos? Holy shit, these demonettes are ripped. They're no squishy slaughterers of Sisters of Slaughter.
It was in the Palace of Ruin I found Nakari, the Keeper of Secrets. His den of excess was no place for mortals. With every step it whispered promises of all I desire. Like others before me, my soul yearned to be ensnared. But I knew if I succumbed here, he would own me for eternity. I made my revelations quickly, before my senses gave way. Yet Nakari found the tale of Be'lakor and Ursun tiresome. It was a secret he kept already. As my mind clouded, I made a final gambit. I would guide him through the maelstrom to the bear's deathbed.
The bear is tempting.
The sorrow of a dying god, yours to treasure.
A treasure to cherish. I want it. You will give it to me.
One drop of Ursun's blood. That is my fee.
This old man is up to no good.
And you will have your desire. Fail me, and I will have your soul.
That old man is up to no good.
Our task is to reap the sorrow of a dying god. Ursun's anguish, collected and treasured for eternity.
Yeah. Oh, we're fighting corn.
Lead me to the dying god, for it is your sorrow I shall savor.
At once, Arch-Tempter. It seems the great game continues, and Khorne makes his next move against your master, for he despises the Dark Prince most of all. Servants of the Blood God, surround your capital. You must act quickly. Regain the Shard lands from the Crimson Skulls. Their pain will give you meager sustenance, but it is a necessary step to reach riper fruits. Further south lies sweeter prey. Mortals who worship the ruinous powers. Inflict upon them pleasure or pain, as is your wont. Should you cross the Kraken Sea and reach Norscar, you will find many mortals to tempt and usurp. However, there is a risk in extending far south. exposing your flank to the predations of Scarbrand, Khorne's mightiest bloodthirster. The Eternal Lagoon forms a barrier that will keep him at bay for now. But it is only a matter of time before your armies clash. There is much to do, Bejeweled One. You require a large fiefdom to sustain the divine hosts required to penetrate the realm of chaos. Let us commence.
I only heard penetrate. I was distracted typing this prediction. God damn. Misclicked 3 times. Okay, another turn 1, boys. This is our second campaign. Seducers of Slaanesh. Devotees. Slaanesh armies can capture devotees from battles and from chaos cults. Among other sources, devotees are mainly used to create chaos cults, to raise disciple armies, and for pleasurable acts. If you guys wondering, this is how we're going to be playing Warhammer 3. We're gonna do one non-chaos faction, one chaos faction. One non-chaos faction, one chaos faction. It's gonna be thing for now. Oh, look at this banner, just the right amount of pink. So devotees, huh? This is devotees on the top. Amass your devotees by raiding, looting, and saking settlements. The higher the control and income, the more devotees will join your cause. Huh. The higher the control and income. I guess of the settlements that we loot and sack and raid. Consume them by establishing cults, forcefully vassalizing other factions, and summoning disciple armies. God damn, we're gonna be planting some Slaanesh sleeper cells. Buildings, captives, events, faction vassalize, pleasurable acts. Raiding, settlements, loot, settlements, sect. Cult, creation, gift of Slaanesh, unholy manifestations. Sounds about right. Can be consumed for the events, faction vassalize, pleasurable acts, cults, and disciple armies. Gifts of Slaanesh. Slaanesh lords and heroes can impart gifts of Slaanesh on enemy characters by defeating them in battle or through hero action. Gifts of Slaanesh impose negative effects on those that receive them. As a seduction. Prior to battle, Slaanesh armies may seduce one or more enemy units into switching sides for the battle duration. God damn! So we take their units. Slaanesh exerts a seductive influence over elvish and human factions. By increasing seductive influence, the forces of Slaanesh eventually be able to forcibly vassalize the target faction. But there's no elves on this map, I think. No wood. I'm not sure there are any else here. I guess there's a Northern Empire. There could be those wood elves in Nordland. The Great Game. Slaanesh faction participating in a great game, vying with other followers of chaos to spread the most corruption over the mortal realms. More about Slaanesh here. Uniquely amongst the followers of Chaos Gods, followers of Slaanesh have the power to actively create Chaos cults using hero actions due to the nature of temptation and its effect on mortal beings. What else? There aren't lobotomized and can move a full stack turn 5. Man, that sounds ugly. Engage the enemy. Defeat an army belonging to following faction battle. Bloody Sword. Bloody Sword, Khorne faction. The Blood God has always hated Slaanesh above his other kin. His servants approach the Palace of Ruin. Now it is time to strike out or risk destruction. 750 favor, so the favor is the currency. $100 devotees, and we get a Allures of Shadow. I'm guessing it's a hero wizard. Yes, it's Shadow Lord. Did I hear a whip? Demon noises and whips.
An undesirable influence grips us.
Corn corruption 60, holy shit. Slaanesh corruption, control income from all buildings. So we get building 6 and -1 from the corn, so it's 5 right now. These are pleasurable acts. We can do a pleasure party. We need 2000 favor and 100 devotees. Cooldown upon activation 10 turns. Never have I been to such revels. The food delighted the games we played, and there were so many wanton diversions. For 5 turns we get 50 growth and 5 control. Wow. But it's kinda costly, 2000 favor. How much favor do we have? 2500 per turn. 5 control. This control is really bad here. This looks like it's a walled city. Pleasure hunt. The first hunt I attended was innocent enough. The quarry was bore. I can't remember how it escalated to people, but I'm addicted to the chase all the same. Plus 20 control. Cheap recruitment cost the local armies. Recruit rank plus 2 for the local armies. So 5 turns as well. 200 devotees for this one. Pleasure arena. 100 devotees cost and control 50. So I guess you could force a rebellion with this. It is the audience that confounds me, their roars of adulation as we perform the carnal games. And yet the crowds remain hidden no matter how hard I look. Income from all buildings of 7% local province. Huh. Lost 50 control, that's like what you want, rebels? Okay, let's check Nakari.
The Tempter Lord. Time to savor.
So I know that the demons don't get dressed or shit like that, but I'm not sure it's part of his body or what this is. They manifest, right, the demons? Damn, look at this model. It's 5 armor. What the hell? That is at least 10 armor. He's kind of naked. So this is hair. That was like a part of the horns. So this kind of hair here as well. 85 leadership, very high leadership, 100 speed, holy shit. He fast. 5 armor though. 8048 health. It's a lot of health. But this is a demon prince, right? So they have to be powerful. 70 melee attack with magic attack. That's a lot of attack. 6 defense, very good defense as well. 520 weapon strength. And 40 charge bonus. Huh. At 5 armor, man. Lore of Slaanesh. So Slaanesh has its own lore. Lash of Slaanesh and Asquiescence. Is a debuff for speed and defense, and this one is breath attack for 12 damage. But all AP. So, Siege Attacker, hell yeah! Immune to Chaos Phase, Chaos Corruption, Snow. Got Encourage, Strider. Got a Devastating Flanker. What is this? Entities with this attribute double their charge bonus when attacking the rear or flank of an entity. Double. So potentially some of the highest charge, huh? So Kislev has that thing with Unbreakable, Slaanesh has this thing with flanking. Because realistically, how the hell you beat Korn in a fair fight, right? Because Korn just grinds you down. It's just better melee, I think. Yeah, there's the wounds. The Soul Siphon. Huh? There's a skill tree looking really different. Along with the will to fight on, fleeing enemies find their very souls drawn from their broken bodies. So it looks like constant damage effect around Nekari, 35-meter radius. If the enemies are wavering or lower, they are taking damage. They are losing souls. But we have to fuck up the leadership first. And we got 20 physical resistance. There's a lot of things with magic attacks though, so this 20 physical resistance is not as good as armor since the change. And there's a lot of demons got the fire and magic stuff. There's a lot of stuff for sure. So, a little bit strange here. Seducers wins cost minus 25% and experience gain plus 8% each time a new faction is one bell. But what if he's the one not fighting that faction the first time? What if they attack the city? Elven Grudge. Missile resistance 10% when fighting against elves. Melee attack plus 4 when fighting against elves. Puts his attack to 84, damn. Those scrap claws are kinda useless. What are you gonna use them for? To snap you in half? What else? Has one hand to, you know, wield the sword, one hand to slap you. And then the other hand just snap you in half. As the one item. Oh my god. They really went with this generic shit, really. It's like I'm looking at this and I'm just... Isn't this looks like the last weapon we've seen? Holy shit, man, they went really lazy with weapons. Forged in the molten heat of desire and cooled in a vat of Slaanesh's own blood, the Witch Stealer sword was presented to the Arch-Tempter by the Dark Prince himself. There's a quest battle on rank 10. Income from the quest battle loot 10%, Slaanesh courage plus 5 local points, recruitment cost minus 10% Lord's Army, melee attack plus 6, enables draining attacks, weapon plus 10%, ability Witch Stealer sword. Why the Slaanesh himself made this weapon, gave it to the Arch-Tempter, and this doesn't even look like something extremely powerful. It looks like the same copy pasta the Tsarina get. Now that's a short duration but massive damage. It's a massive damage buff. But it's 17 seconds. They're mass producing these weapons at the Demon Walmart, so they get a bulk deal. Enables draining attacks, whatever that means. Doesn't really tell you. This is just generic copy pasta, guys. 10, 5, 10, 6, 10. I'm surprised they didn't put magic attacks in this one as well. So we got Hate Scorn. This obsession with murder is just cheap, mindless, bloodlust of the basest kind. To the servants of Slaanesh, there is so much more to life, and to death too, of course. Melee attack plus 10 when fighting against cornered faction, melee strength, weapon strength plus 20% when fighting against cornered faction, so got a big buff to attack and damage. And he kind of wants to show here them who's the boss with his melee stuff. Supple and Spry. 10% missile resistance. This one's breathing form can slowly caress and tease, but also move like lightning when required, knocking a projectile from air or batting it back at a foe. Do we have base missile resistance? No. So this is another thing. Like, you know, look at this. He has no armor. He gets 20 physical resistance because of it, but it doesn't get the basic missile resistance of 15%, which all lords get. So this is kind of fucked on the lords that have no armor and get physical resistance, so they don't get the base missile resistance. So this is kind of sucks. They think, you know, let's remove all armor, make this guy fast, and then we put physical resistance, but no, we can't put missile resistance as well. Let's remove missile resistance. Why do they remove missile resistance for characters that get natural physical resistance but no armor? It makes no sense. That's like some weird philosophy. So these are unique skills from the looks of it. Willing Prey. Some beings in their darkest heart have a deep-seated desire for an agonizing death. Seduce units cost minus 10%, ability Willing Prey. So get a Hex that gives a massive debuff. It's only 15 seconds. 15 seconds doesn't sound much. And this goes with Seduce units cost minus 25%, so minus 35%. Monstrous Figure. Oh shit, that's what he needs. Another 12% speed. I would have never guessed they would have put more speed on this guy. Never. Never would have guessed a guy with 100 base speed would get more speed. These guys are fucking, I don't know, artists. Talents of their age. Okay, Unsubtle Seduction. Diplomatic Relations plus 25 with Voice of Chaos, Demons of Chaos, Besom, and Norska. Corn Corruption minus 4 local province. Even those influenced by the violent chaotic rage may succumb to the allure of wild, impure, licentious abandon. So we get relations with other factions of Chaos, but we lower Corn's Corruption minus 4. Interesting. Soporific Musk. The enemy are overtaken by a somniferous perfume that induces sleep in spite of the din raging all about them. Enables soporific musk attacks. I wonder how that smells. Whisper of Glory. It's pink, you know, so it must be good. Whisper of Glory, just one final push to break ranks and charge go on. Glory in its sight now. There's a possibility around him to lower enemy defense and cause rampage. So affect units leadership is higher than 50% of base. So different wording again. Harvester of Souls. Distributor of pain, your loss shall be my gain. Possibility Harvester of Souls upgraded. What's the first thing? We gotta upgrade Harvester of Souls, but we didn't get a basic one, so we gotta immediately upgrade one. Why didn't they just call Harvester of Souls then? Heal per second 0.8%, vigor per second -1%. Get effects on replenishment hit points of combatants. This others get this ability like the other Keepers of Souls. So healing and vigor reduction as enemies get destroyed. Enemy unit get destroyed within 30 meters. So does this mean the whole unit or just entities get destroyed? Kinda unclear because it's not easy to destroy a whole unit. I guess they might die to Soul Siphon. It does cause terror. If we mix it with miasma, I guess it's fine. This is called a Soul Siphon. But this one doesn't do damage. So, for Nakari and other intrepid disciples of Slaanesh, his temptation is truly no bounds. I guess if you're gonna be like against demons or the undead, which disintegrate, it will be fine. But how are you gonna destroy every single unit of like the Empire or the Kislev? So I'm on the Cyber Army side for 7%. I'm not really sure what it is. The Cyber Army. Oh, hold on, guys. I have some wine here. One moment. Bought me some nice wine the other day in the store just for this campaign. Because it's going to be towards the end, right? So, Rapid Ruination, plus 12% speed is his first fighting skill. There's 2 points, charge, armor, defense, more attack. So they made full sync a little bit better, so it's restores 25% vigor now. There's a Wound Maker, Scarred Veteran. Yeah, let's give a demon with 85 base leadership another 12 leadership. I don't understand why some of these lords even have leadership skill. A lot of these legend lords should never even have any leadership skills, like the dwarves or the demons. But whatever, right? There's another defense skill here. And then the Deadly Onslaught. So he's a fighter and a wizard. Lash of Slaanesh, 2 points here. Again, the passive is here. Oh, the passive is nice. 12 melee attack, huh? For the whole army. Not bad. Lashes some damage here. Essence, the Diva for speed and defense. Pavane of Slaanesh. Whistling one of Slaanesh's perverse darkened dances causes the 4 bones to jerk spasmodically until they break. So looks like some expensive, stronger miasma. Blissful Rupture buffs attack and leadership. When you cast a spell, 10 seconds. Hysterical Frenzy. 40 attack and 50% armor piercing weapon damage. It's actually... I can't even say the base spell because it gets immediately upgraded one. Evasion, attack and speed, more speed. Slicing Shards. A bombardment. A mirror forms in the sky only to be shattered into a myriad of deadly shards that lacerate the enemy below. Huh. It seems to be a lot of damage. Area. Phantasmagoria. Prevents the enemy from moving and lowers the leadership. And it's kind of expensive. Miskas, Magic Zeros, Arcane Conduit. Seem inspiring presence, so there's experiences that there's like a normal thing, not just Kislev. There's an attack and charge for Demoness of Slaanesh and exalt Demoness of Slaanesh units. Nice. Finally, we're seeing some good shit here. I guess this is a primarily melee faction, so you're gonna see stuff like this. Hellish Stride, armor and speed for Marauders of Slaanesh and Hell Striders of Slaanesh units. I have a feeling none of these units will need speed. What is this? Gratifying Charge. Weapon strength plus 16% and charge bonus plus 18% for Seekers of Slaanesh and Heart Seekers of Slaanesh units. Isn't that a cavalry unit? What is up with this the percentage charges? I don't want to see percentage charges really. Princely Chariots. Melee attack plus 8 for Secret Chariots, Exalted Secret Chariot, and Hell Flare units. Also 15% weapon strength. Damn, 15. I want to see more skills like this. Just fuck stuff like 6, 8 charge and get 50% damage instead. Frenzied Revelry. Oh, I just noticed Inkari has 6 battle skills. Not good. Speed plus 12% and charge bonus plus 18% for Chaos Furies, Spawn of Slaanesh, and Fiends of Slaanesh. 18% charge bonus. Makes me wonder if they do any calculations or tests on these properties. Who decides also what these units get, I wonder. Such sites to show you. Plus 6 attack and 12 weapon strength for Keeper of Secrets and Soul Grinder of Slaanesh units. These are the big ones. Glamour of Slaanesh, minus 5 attack. Not bad. Lure makes it minus 8. Solid. Acolytes of Hedonism. Leadership, defense, and physical resistance for the Marauders, Demonettes, and Exalt Demonettes. Oh, not bad. 10% physical resist. Connoisseurs of the Light, Leadership, Attack, and Resistance for Hellside, Slaanesh, Slaanesh, and Heart Seekers of Slaanesh units. Huh? This seems like the same shit as Kislev. I guess it's opposite on the Seekers. At least they gave them weapon strength. Is all here max still level 49, level 50? 15% charge boost, 10% speed, and 50 missiles for secret chariots and all secret chariots and hellflare units. There's a secret keeper, leadership, metal defense, and 7 anti-infantry for the Chaos Furies, spawn of Slaanesh, Fiend of Slaanesh, Soul Grinder, Keeper of Secrets. 7 anti-infantry feels odd for these big ones, but for the small ones it's nice. Casualties capture post-battle, so we can capture devotees. On the Kislev had -3 corruption, they have +4 here. All these things are streamlined. I hope they do adjust this for the Warhammer 2 stuff when added to Warhammer 3. We'll read as when we unlock the skills. Elven Grudge, foolish hypocrites. The arrogant pride of this elven brings them far closer to Slaanesh than their egos would have them believe. Got an Elven Grudge, but we're fighting demons.
Your god blood. It is a worthless liquid.
Call upon Slaanesh to rain havoc upon target individuals, unholy manifestations. So, what is the victory condition? It's the same as the Kislev one. We just started the campaign, somebody's already dead.
The Tempter Lord.
See the buildings. That's actually more than expected here. Province capital, there are 2 different ones. What? Dimensional tear. Minor eruption in reality that is nevertheless an opportunity for cunning demonic minds to slip through. Can be converted into a bastion. I guess it's a portal and bastion. Extraction costs -5% for military recruitment buildings, local province. Slaanesh corruption adjacent province +2, Slaanesh corruption +4. Looks like they added a lot more of this stuff on the corruption stuff. Cheap recruitment, 1 slot. It's not Kislev for sure. Chance of removing trade game from visiting Garrison. From visiting animals of Chaos Garrison Lords. 4 Marauders of Slaanesh, 1 Allures Slaanesh, Marauders of Slaanesh, Spears, Demons of Slaanesh, and Chaos Furies Slaanesh. So on the portal we get demons, and on the bastion we get marauders. Demons of Slaanesh, 6500 health, 200 upkeep. It's our basic unit. Again, 5 armor, 60 leadership. I guess 60 leadership is fine because it's a demonic. Causes fear, 20 physical resist. They're gonna get murdered by magic weapons. Also dazzling flankers, I guess it's a thing on the other units too. 54 speed, damn. That's a fast infantry. Very fast. .38 attacks. So it looks like most demons have magical attacks. I mean, they need winds of magic to appear, or winds blowing. .24 AP on this unit and 20 charge. This shit has potential. This shit has potential. How are we gonna charge in all those clam streets in the sieges, though? How are we gonna charge in the sieges? Is that the Marauders of Slaanesh? Sword infantry. Looks like they kept them on low armor. 35% shields. Immune to psychology. Oh, thank God we got Slaanesh on our side, so we're immune to psychology. 60 base leadership. It's just a lower tier. 38 speed, 32 attack, 20 defense, 28 weapon strength. You got 700 infantry. Got me thinking, seeing all the battle skills now for Slaanesh and the Kislev. You know what they're thinking with the Mortal Empires. If they changed everything or they just had some different vision for these ones. It's gonna be rough to balance it compared to other ones. I mean, even when you look at the Skaven and the Empire after they changed the battle skills, it's a big discrepancy in values. So this makes the recruitment cheaper and construction of military buildings cheaper. Military recruitment buildings. So basic military, advanced military, I guess that means. Lots of corruption, this one. This one doesn't provide corruption, though. So what's so special about the other one? I was just comparing it. It's gonna be a while for that. They both have walls. I guess it's corruption. This one has growth, while this one has corruption. And we have to pay to switch. This one has better control and growth, while this one has better corruption. This one also improves infrastructure, while this one is military buildings and recruitment. I guess if we take in the other places, the portal kind of gets weaker because we don't need as much corruption then. There's a landmark here. Court of the Covenant. Tier 5. Single landmark. How many keys did it get again? 4. The only true neutral ground in the realm of chaos. The court is where truces are composed and hostilities between the dark gods annulled. Allegiance points gained plus 75%. Diplomatic relations 25 with demons of chaos control plus 3. This is tier 5. Okay. Basic military. Mortal servants. So on tier 1 we all get all this shit. Marauders of Slaanesh spears, Marauders of Slaanesh regular. They're like, looks like they got, I don't know, is it the purple or their outfits? It almost looks like some kind of post-apocalyptic getup. These are just common marauders, but it's kind of strange that the demonettes are on tier 1. Marauders / Hell Scourges. These guys have very good defense, 42. Defense. And it looks like that's about it. These guys, the Marauders of Slaanesh, don't have the they don't have the thingy called the Garrison flanker, huh? Looks like only on demons so far. Nothing on this building except recruitment. What does it say here? The sweet scents within entice the rash northern mortals into the service of the Dark Prince. Addiction pens. Here the feathered Hellstriders and Furies learn the true cost of the pact they have made with the delightful prince. It's kind of odd to see these units on tier 1. I guess, you know, fits the demons. So this is our cavalry unit, and this one doesn't have the devastating flanker. So only some units have it. Honestly, these units had 20 or 40 charge. I don't think that it matters that much. Need something that can fight in the mosh pits and they can grind. Not something that is gonna have damage that disappears. Soul Hunters. Damage resistance up to 22%, leadership up to +6, and charge bonus up to +10. Penance increases with each kill made by the unit. Damn. That is interesting. They're really fast. %22 damage resistance, but they're squishy on the base. Hellstriders. And this is a tier 1 unit. When glorious mortals granted the immortal power they crave at the cost of everything they once were. Looks like break something, then chase it with this, and then come back to fight something bigger. Let's have Slaanesh Hell Scourges. So the Hellstriders are the mounts, the name of the mounts. Soul Hunters again. %35 shield, 32 attack, 36 defense. So tier 1 and tier 2 have the same health. And the Seekers are those weird head-looking beasties, right? Seekers of Slaanesh. Tier 3, same HP as tier 2 and tier 1. There's no shields and less armor, but 20 physical resist. This one does have a devastating flanker and armor piercing. Now we're talking. This one could do some damage when used right. 30 AP on 40 charge with Devastating Flanker, if it works. But this one doesn't have the soul hunters. This one is a demon. Heart Seekers of Slaanesh. This one has slightly higher health and it's also way more expensive. 100 speed. Soul Scent. You can buff attack and armor piercing damage. This one can look like it can have a lot of damage. Holy shit. So 46 charge bonus and they got 34 AP. Then get another up to 25 AP. Effect density increases with each enemy unit in range with morale wavering or lower. Some gimmicks here, but this one might be almost as good as the horned ones, the blessed horned ones. But it's faster. This toughness is really questionable. I think like the magic is gonna wreck them. Temple of Decadence. This is nothing special here, just units tier 4 tiers. So basic military 4 tiers. This is tier 3 Temple of Decadence. Through the holes of sweet musk and pigments of delicious excess, Slaanesh sends the most exalted young to coward, titillate, and kill. Unlocks technologies, unlocks the hero recruitment cultist, +1 for cultist. Cultist is a tier 3 hero. Unlocks the recruitment of exalted demoness of Slaanesh and a spawn of Slaanesh. So spawn of Slaanesh just have Devastating Flanker. It has a soporific musk, but it doesn't show here. So looks like it's missing an ability on the melee attacks. When you look at this, it's supposed to be some purple icon here. So the Chaos Spawns are missing their special thing.
The malignancy pervades.
Because, you know, they have nothing here except Devastating Flanker. Exalted Demoness Slaanesh, 7700 health, damn. This ones have 6500. Charmed and Magic Red. That's a very high attack, actually. With this type of unit. Has a Soul Scent as well. This looks solid. Still gonna get fucked by the magic attacks. Divine Circus. Casualties captured post-battle plus 7% local armies. Casualties captured post-battle plus 7% in adjacent provinces. Seeker Chariots. Devastating Flanker with 50 charge. I wonder if they had more charge if they didn't have Devastating Flanker. 40 armor and 20 physical resist. Oh, this is looking better. Not much health though. It's tier 3 as well. It's fast. Demon Chariot. Hell Flares. People want everything to have Avalon quality units and everything to play the game. I don't give a shit about Sis or Avalon. Just give me Iron Breaks and Giant Slayers, I'll be happy. Heck, just give me Great Swords and Graveguard, I'll be happy. Because some of the things we've seen so far, the Iron Breakers with the base stats, with the abilities, with the skills, technologies, they look like they come from Warhammer 6 compared to some of the stuff we've seen. There's a tier 5 chariot. Perfect Vigor, Devastating Flanker, 20 Fizz Resist. What is this damage? It's a single entity. I mean, it's not as bad as Black Coach. It's easier to do around because it's just gonna be fast. The speed is way too costly in these units. Sensius Caress. Slaanesh Corruption and Adjacent Province +4, Recruit Rank +1. Who? Everybody? What's the mass at? 2750. So this is Soporific Musk. 5 defense and 5 attack debuff. 12 fiends in the unit. Oh, they look better than the Red Ogres. Tormented Whisper is a tier 5. From pleasure comes pain, and those that feast upon it, the tormentors of Slaanesh's greatest servant, who steal the secrets and untether the soul. More knowledge, recruit rank +2, and more corruption. Keeper of Secrets. 7,000 health on the Keeper of Secrets, 500 upkeep. This is supposed to be like kinda like a Inkari regular monster version. It has it looks like it has wizard abilities. This ability also costs power. Kinda crazy to believe that this is tier 5 when you have the elemental bearing Kislev. .35 charge and Devastating Flanker and a single entity. Drifting Tower unlocks technologies, unlocks hero recruitment Lures. Capacity +1 Lures, capacity +1. So these are the heroes training. They spread control. Assassinate assault units and assault garrison. So this building has up to tier 5. Look at this, when you on tier 3 you get a capacity, you get recruitment unlocked, but no extra ranks on tier 4 or tier 5. That's kinda like, what the fuck? Why is there no extra ranks? Like maybe like 2 and 4. What about the extra ranks here? And even 2 tiers later, you still have only one Alres. Only one. Lures. Soul Grinder of Slaanesh, 8200 health. Is 50 charge, devastating flanker, 20 physical resistance, 90 armor. Now we're talking. Looks like something proper here. Siege attacker, anti-large, got the Sporific Mask. This looks okay stats. Yoo-hoo. Yeah, I've been enjoying myself. It's mostly novelty so far. So there's a building here, Garrison. That's 5 units on tier 2. Projectile shards, flurry of shards, greater flurry of shards. Lowers the attrition under siege and improves the enemy hero. Lowers the enemy hero extra success chance. All these units look like not really fit for a tier 4 garrison. It's the same, so we get infrastructure here. Income growth and income from all buildings in the region, only region. When control is negative, -2 control. Huh. I guess we want to get some rebels, it makes you wonder if we're gonna lose devotees if the place rebels, or we get some more devotees when we smack them when they attack the city. Because how the fuck are the rebels gonna take a walled city in all these new systems? Seems like 3 devotees. Core building just have tier 1 stuff unlocked. There's a keeper of secret on there. Maybe they're just gonna siege the city, huh? Well, the Lord is a siege attacker. Keeper of Secret siege attacker, Soul Grinder is a siege attacker. And Chaos Spawn. Spawn of Slaanesh. Well, this is interesting with negative public order. What are we trying to do with that? I have to see what's gonna be happening. Growth 69% casualty plans with local armies. When control is below 50, you get additional income. A tier 5 produces 300. So this is interesting that they give you 300 on tier 5, but you get X 300 if you have low public order. So they give you a gimmick and they fuck up the main income because of it. Cult of Pleasure, Devotee. Proliferate cults cost -1%. Control +1, slash current +1. When control is positive, devotees +2 per turn. When control is 50 or more, devotees +4 per turn. This one is for positive public order. So if we want to get devotees, we need positive public order. But if we want to get more favor with the gods, we have to get negative public order. Six devotees per turn, and looks like a capital building. Proof of cult cost -3%. Not sure what that's gonna be costing this anyways. So we can recruit Demoness of Slaanesh, Marauder of Slaanesh, and the Pierce and Regular. Rogues only for Kislev, yeah, because the Kislev it revolves on Kislev campaign, the whole campaign.
Disgust even me.
Unholy manifestation, huh? The Great Game. No Chaos God has achieved ascendancy yet. When a god makes his claim, all factions under them will gain access to more powerful unholy manifestations. The more armies, elements, and favor that a god controls, the more likely they will achieve ascendancy. And this is proliferate cults. It's 1000 devotees cost. 10 turn school upon activation. Send your followers out in the mortal world. They'll establish cults in up to 3 human or elf-owned settlements. What if there is no humans or elves on the map? Cult buildings provide various benefits and allow you to increase your seductive influence over certain factions. Technology. Scent of aberrant promiscuity. 15 growth. Blissful coquetry. 1 control. Euphoric dominance. Proliferate cult cost minus 25%. Six is the number of dark prints. 6 are the perfume house of Slaanesh, each with captaining sense awaiting to be discovered. So 6 different branches of technology. Doesn't seem like a lot of technology. Yahoo! Grateful enslavement. Inspired by the sense-numbing aromas of the circle of indolency, this iconic Slaanesh fragrance transforms the misery of captivity into the infinite joy of absolute submission. Construction cost minus 15% for all buildings. Rigorous chastisement. Nothing says its beautiful power and authority like the heady fragrance of damned souls screaming for all eternity. Minus 1 construction for the core building. And this leads to the rampant consumerism. Income from all buildings plus 5%. Blood God's Disgust. 25, minus 25 diplomatic relations with cornered factions. 10 leadership and 4 defense when fighting against cornered factions. Got an Empire technology here. Not as good as the Empire technologies though, but it's there. Captivating Musk. Seduce units cost minus 10%, so Nakara is gonna have it quite cheap later. Chains of Plague spreading minus 15%. One distraction minus plus 20% income from raising settlements, plus 10% income from second settlements, and plus 10% income from looting settlements. They really put a lot of thought in this technology, I have to say. Seduce units budget plus 50%. Eternal Pleasures. Cooldown minus 10% of the Lord of Slaanesh and Shadow spell, so there's Slaanesh and Shadow in this one. Army ability Narcissism. All armies cannot move. Think somebody murder him, huh? Mortal Last, Diplomatic Relations plus 30 with the Voice of Chaos, Beastman, Norska. Divine, Diplomatic Relations plus 40 with the Slaanesh factions. Dark Priest Emanations plus 2 with Slaanesh. All provinces. You got Repute, the army ability Sweet Sorrow, all armies. Even more speed and vigor recovery, yeah. This one seems like I actually can do something. Intoxicating Heroism. Hero action cost minus 10% for cultists. Hero recruit rank plus 3 for cultist. Everlasting Gift. The ward is from Gift of Slaanesh plus 25. It will just lower the vigor that's piled up, which is causing fatigue penalties. Yes, you build up the fatigue. So if it's lowering it's positive. So what's bug with this one? Removes all the benefits. Soul Hunters, upkeep minus 10% for less size of Slaanesh units, 12 charge bonus for less size of Slaanesh units. Decadent Apostles, upkeep reduction for Marauders of Slaanesh units. 4 attack for the Marauders. Temple of Decadence, Spirit Corruption action, Slaanesh Corruption is increased by additional 1 all cultist heroes. Invigorating Essence, casualty replenishment rate plus 10% from Marauders of Slaanesh and Hellside Slaanesh units. So those technology, what are these unholy manifestations? Target an army belonging to you. Pain for pleasure. Cooldown upon activation 15 turns. Sing your Song of Agony, trill it all through the hellscape. 6 turns. All units in the army will instantly take 6% damage. You get 6% more speed, damage, charge bonus, and campaign mood range. This one, Fragrance. I missed actually 2. Chromatic Servitude. Lower the upkeep on the Chaos Fury from Slaanesh, Fiends of Slaanesh, and still grinding units. More armor for these units as well. Gives the rank for the Allurers, lowers the cost of actions for the Allurers. Upkeep and leadership for the Seekers, Hellfires. Upkeep and speed for the Seekers of Slaanesh and Hardseekers of Slaanesh units. Blessed Youngs, upkeep minus 10% for Demonettes of Slaanesh and Exalted Demonettes of Slaanesh units. Weapons 10% for Demonettes of Slaanesh, Exalted Demonettes of Slaanesh, and Marauders of Slaanesh units. Yeah, it was armor plus 10%. Chaos Furies plus 10%.
There is an infestation.
God damn, they get plus 2 armor. Incredible. There gotta be a bug. There was a bug like this with Wood Elves for years. Devotee upkeep minus 20% for the Disciple Army. So Disciple Armies have Devotee upkeep. Rapture's Bliss. Passive ability Blissful Rapture for Keeper of Secret Units. Don't they already have this? They already have it. Well, we'll see. Maybe it's a type on either in the case. Spell Pavane of Slaanesh for Keeper of Secrets units causes damage to combatants strong versus 25 men unit or above. So this is how we upgrade the Keeper of Slaanesh, but you have to pay costs. So how is this good if you have to pay the cost for it? This Keeper of Slaanesh looks like the worst thing I've seen. Keeper of Secrets. It's a Monster unit, but you have to pay cost for the spells. And you have to get technology to unlock these things. Why not just get a wizard in the army, a hero, or a lord? Like, what the fuck? And this is with the change to the magic where you actually get less. So one whole part of the technology tree is to support something that's not even that good by design. Single entity gets 15 flat charge bonus instead of any damage buff, like 10% like Giant would get, and 8 flat charge bonus. It's gotta be the worst thing I ever seen. This is like almost as bad as green skin technology in Warhammer 1. So this is a 6% damage, but we get some benefits here. Cooldown upon activation 15 turns. Get 100 devotees and 60 minus 6 of local enemy province. Corruption require 1000. So how do we get this corruption? Total Slaanesh corruption 80. This is the total amount of Slaanesh corruption across the entire world. Each stage will unlock a new unholy manifestation, so it's the whole world. A lot of this technology both Kislev and Slaanesh feel like very uninspired. Very uninspired and lazy. It's kinda underwhelming how bad these technologies are. Bestia can give you no great, no terrible. While Slaanesh looks like even worse than Kislev on technology tree. Reduce unit budget plus 100%, Slaanesh charge plus 8 local province. Disciple army will be summoned near this army each turn. I don't know what they did to hide. I don't know what's under the hood. Unless you know what's under the hood, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say what they did. It looks like a lot of work to adjust everything for Warhammer 2 to this as well. The factions. Because like the Empire technology and Dwarf technology will shit all over this.
It is a worthless liquid.
Oh, discipline is still in the game. 2 leadership and 2 attack for all units in the army. So Weapon Master is reverted to the old value. So what do you guys think? Why did they fuck up Weapon Master after they fixed it? I feel like there's really some idiot there that it has to go his own way, otherwise no way. There gotta be that, like there's no other explanation. They fixed this shit in Warhammer 2, and now we play Warhammer 3 and it's the same shit. Same with Strong. I'm starting to think the people who worked on some of the mid-average of Warhammer 2 don't even work at that company anymore. That gotta be the only explanation.
Only obey Bloodfather. I must haste.
You got the units of Slaanesh here. So this would increase our alchemy by 86. Casualty schedule possible plus 10%. We'll see how relevant this is. For Slaanesh, looks like discipline is just the way to go. So by reverting stuff like Weapon Master and Strong, they just put us back into the same old shit. Just discipline and forget everything else. This is what's the problem, guys.
The new avatar of sensation. My death.
This might have been done like years ago, and they just kept working on it, and they haven't patched it properly. $4,000 health, 6 to attack with 5 defense, 400 weapon strength. In one of the interviews, CA Dev said they would nerf traits because people were looking for good ones. So they made some of the traits that actually would any good bad. So now we're going to look even harder for the good ones. Yeah, that's a very good logic. Fuck me, man. Fucking retards. Before they patched the traits, we pretty much just used disciplined and knowledgeable. And now they added some more traits, so we started thinking about using some other traits. And now we are still back with disciplined. Why don't you just remove all the traits from the game and we don't have to bother with this? They don't have to work at all. They just get paid. I mean, hero cycling is one thing. You can't really cycle lords. You have to pay a lot and recruit a lot of lords. This is like some really retarded logic they have. These people really, man. They're the largest studio in Europe now. Just get a bunch of drones and get good, right? Get lucky. Why didn't they use the high elf base for the traits? Create a currency for it and let us pay for the traits we want. We can't make it. I don't know. So this is the Herald of Slaanesh.
Your skull fetish is so unimaginative.
Instead of creating like a set of traits that gets better as the character progresses, you know, streamline it in like 6 categories. No, they keep it random and then remove anything that's good. Call it a strategy, right? And then they still keep discipline in the game. What really fucked up logic is that? So Herald of Slaanesh has a mount on rank 5 called the Steed of Slaanesh. Really fast. I'm just gonna say, guys, they're retarded and they fucked up traits, and that's the last thing you're gonna hear from me if I got traits. I'm gonna stop talking about it. Just fucking stupid. A soul siphon here as well. It's interesting, this is a Seeker Chariot for a Lord, but it has quite a low damage. It's very unusual. What is the point of this extra charge if they're just gonna get gimp damage? When we have seen a Lord with under 200 damage on a mount? Does this seem right to you guys? This is very weird. This one looks good though. This might be bugged. It's Scorn, Immortality, Locus of Beguilement. This is pretty much Locus of Grace. I might be able to just pick one Locus. Metal defense 24, physical defense 22%. Ward save in the area. Well, the resistance is kind of like a ward save. It's just bad wording. It's been a thing since forever. It should say like augment in an area, not ward save in the area, since it's not actual ward save. If you can pick only one, this is a little bit strange. And this is the what is this guy assign? This is a wizard, a spellcaster. Oh, this is all the same stuff here. So there's the locus, and there's unique mounts. Hate Scorn, that's it. It's still a wizard.
Time to savor.
This place has 10 growth, 13 turns, huh? Let's get 15 growth, that's significant. This one is only 5. Maybe they have a student. The Chaos they have a student in Other Warhammer.
Tender.
Okay, let's attack this place.
For
Only 4 units of blood letters here. They have a leadership penalty due to Ankari. Doesn't seem any penalty yet. The wins are fine right now. Let's go see these units.
I want their secrets.
Pyrrhic Victory, huh? And those claws are massive. So the Herald of Corn. This guy looks like a good anti-infantry sting. If he gets more than 80 kills, gets 7% more damage. It looks like can do quite a bit of damage to the target. They have a spell resistance 25%. Why do they have a leadership penalty? Because Enkari lowers the leadership before. Yeah, Mosambrik. Yeah, man, this is something else. This is something else. It works now, yeah. Curious to see the attack animations. I mean, there's extra hands with claws. That's like an advantage. These guys kind of look weird. At least they're wearing pants. When my graphics settings is mostly high. L scourges, so those are whips. So what's up with these hands? Is this like a mutation or the actual weapons? Because they don't look like swords to me. Mutation.
Decadent seekers.
It's definitely the most loot unit in the game. Look, there's barely any clothes here. Well, I feel like there's gonna be some mods for this game. Some mods that are gonna be probably allowed on Twitch. You don't see the nipple on the second breast. They don't show nipples in the games these days, so they cut it off. Well, demons don't need to take a shit, huh? Demons just they manifest in the form they want. They only want you know, other things. This is a big weird unit. Look at this shit. It's one of the weirdest shit in the game. I feel like the demons are still more into, you know, causing harm and drinking your blood and anything else. Of course, getting your souls. Look at this shit, guys. What the hell? How is this moving at 100 speed? This beast must be powerful. demons as well. Striders. This mounts. What they call this beasties? Fiends. What can I say? They look otherworldly. Seekers, steeds, seekers. There are fiends of Slaanesh here. The hail. This is some weird shit. The demonites have the flanker. We do outnumber them here.
The Eternal Hunters!
So, wish some of these units had better vigor, not just this team with the flanking. Nothing on the skill technology with vigor as well, except, you know, the thing for a unit or two. So this is strange, you know, we haven't seen, this is Slaanesh, and we haven't seen anything vigor related for the whole army or the units on the skill tree or technology. Minimal Warriors of Chaos have Hearts of Iron. Fascination. Causes damage to combatants strong versus 25 men or above. Come closer, mortal being. Something almost imperceptible draws you to me. Stirring feelings in the air to bear it. Come, it is your true master speaking.
What do you want? Onward!
This is some kind of sinister dash. Points are generated for killing entities in units that have negative morale states. So we have to charge that. Holy shit, the car is fast.
Driven by pain!
I shall dance.
These guys are anti-large.
Your desires are mine. Charge! Go!
On the hunt!
What the hell?
PC Fund, as the Dark Prince has spoken to me.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to update the
all
PC
now.
fonts.
Let the happening begin. Cocky
Thank you,
hyper
Escape.
phase. I need some tactical pauses at various times.
You can tactily pause in the Marathis room, okay?
Souls for Slaanesh!
An intriguing sin.
Nakari moves. Nakari,
Demonites of Slaanesh!
faster.
Faster.
Endless craving!
Do not touch Nakari.
A desire granted.
Arch-Tenta. Esmagoria.
End to our will.
Quench the thirst.
That's stopped, right? On the back of the unit. There's dead stop. It's like pretty good attack animations here. I mean, Korn is not joke on the melee damage. This army is just outnumbered. Those stack animations looks like they're a little bit faster. So under the hood, Nakari might be stronger than it just is on the stats, really. This seems like a decent unit. They're just heavily outnumbered here, so the flanking can be fine here. Oh, good battle loot for the Chaos still. Spell shield, okay. Didn't get Armor Destiny, otherwise Cherry would say I had scripts. So this is our first opponent, Korn. We got extra experience. Man, spell resistance got kinda crappy since the change. So what is this? Ooh, single entity replenishment works. In taking single target damage from Korn, that's you know, that's expected. Only 14 devotees. Devotees. There are many boons to worshipping the Prince of Pleasure. Times to our cause. So we capture 72, but we won't get 14 devotees, huh? It's a mechanic for this faction. It's used to create Chaos Cults, from what we've seen, and something else as well. Let's offer us tribute. Send the souls of these captives to the Dark Prince. We haven't checked diplomacy yet. Income from possible loot plus 10% Lord's Army. This one actually says Lord's Army. We have the one for the keys that doesn't say anything, so it might not even work. Let's plug in. What do you say to a small wager? Let's just to make things interesting. Used to offer tribute possible. Used to offer as a tribute possible captain's option. Send a new hero to join your army. So it's the same thing here. Recruit new units, same thing. Swell your host with fresh warriors. All will be requested to inflict both pleasure and pain upon the enemy. Start recruiting.
The Tempter Lord.
Hey, come by. Long time no see. So the immediate thing we can see, is proliferate cults. For 1,000 devotees, we can create cults. It looks like in multiple settlements at once.
The Tempter Lord.
The devotees can also be used for the pleasurable acts as well as the currency. Oh, we got nearly 2 ranks here. I wonder what will I take.
How delightful. Let me.
So we are at the end of the world here. And it looks like we're just fighting Korn here. And his faction effect is...
The Herald of Slaanesh.
Plus 50% experience gain each time a new faction is fought in battle. This is for just for him or the whole faction. So looks like if we fight the 3 factions the whole time, we might even get max strength without even utilizing this from like the 3rd faction.
The Herald of Slaanesh.
Scipio. Training. Oh god, guys. Let's see if they have fixed training. Using the wind of Ulgur to form shadows and illusions, this allures stalks and seduces. Oh my god, we're all disciplined. Yeah. I'll take that, I'll take that. The only good traits left in the game.
What decadence do you desire?
So they look like just a hero version of the Herald. That's it. Training.
The Dark Prince's young wish to play.
Grants 30 experience per turn to units serving the parent army. 30. At the same time, they add the 1 skill point here for 75.
Taste our pleasures.
We get additional 25, so it's still 55. 55 experience per turn.
Hunger for souls.
55 and 75. It's 130 experience per turn. It's almost average. Almost. Almost. Like a champion in Rome 2 could give you over double that. It looks like we are attacking the Palace of Prince next. Looks like gonna be a siege, huh?
The Tempter Lord.
We're going into a grinder here. And we just have a shittier version of what Korn has. 2 recruitment here. We can't really flank that well inside the city, depending on the layout. I guess it's nothing wrong with using this unit for the grinder. They do have some anti-infantry if the leadership holds. When do we get those exalted demoness?
Of sensation.
Exalted demoness. What was it? What rank was it? Everything is purple, man. The icons. Tier 3. So we get channeling, we're in camp, raiding, ambush, and march, same as Kislev. Again, have an edge of having a wizard around. Looks like the chaos at least still has good post-battle loot.
Explorers of experience. Now you are ready.
Taste
Any replenishment here? We just have a cultist and a lurus from the looks of it.
Herald.
Cultist and a lurus. Cultist has mobility.
Grace and cruelty.
hunger for souls.
Souls. Upkeep.
An undesirable influence
It
grips.
says 200 upkeep here, right?
Drink in my
And it
excellence.
says 208 here.
secrets are mine.
Huh.
Alone.
4%, that's 8, right? It looks like they don't update properly.
Imbibe your essence.
We are infested.
Maybe this 4% stayed. Maybe it stays until it updates differently.
Eternal taster.
This didn't update. Because we do have still additional cost.
Just a sample
It's a bug.
shall summon greatness.
2500 for this army, and how much does Nakar even cost? 625, so he's a little bit expensive.
Come to me.
What was about the game so far? I'm enjoying it because of the novelty, you know. Disappointed more things haven't been fixed, but you know, I expected this shit, you know, to brace myself. Still gonna complain about it. But it's novelty game, so it's I'm enjoying it. Been all this thing for like 13 hours. I was playing like 12 hours a day. So why do we keep this building again? You have the portal. It's too early to give any rating. We have to see the play value. That matters more than initial impression.
Praise me.
Well, we start with the portal, so we keep the portal for now.
The tempter.
Unlike two
Lord.
demonettes here, and we'll go for Palace of Princess.
It is as intricate as it is beautiful.
Someone says armored coasters aren't coasters from some tech, it seems. I'm not surprised. So basically, haha, this building allows you to recruit demonettes. Slaanesh, it seems like our best early option. And this building is kind of crap. So why keep this building here? We can get some infrastructure instead. Diplomacy, huh? We are rank 3.
You want me?
This feels like we're in Kari and this is some other guy. And it's like, just put us back into the shoes of the Ice Queen, Ice Court, and we are Ice Queen, and this is pretty much the clone of hers with like a little bit jewelry on her. It's like I'm having some serious deja vu from my Kislev campaign. Ice Queen, that other Ice Witch, Nekari, and that other guy. So what is going on here? Legion of Chaos rank 4. Bloody Sword. Exes of Corn. Isn't that the playable faction?
Murder.
Did you say Mordor?
Meet me in battle. I'll tear you apart as you deserve.
We're at war with this faction, so it looks like we're gonna be grinding corn.
Indolent servant of the honorless god, I will tear you apart. I'll peel away your flesh before I claim your skull. Meet me in battle. I will grant you the suffering you claim to desire.
And the voice on Scarburn is excellent.
I will grant you the suffering, your blood, your skull. I will rip it all from you. I will tear every last bone.
Why so angry, Scarburn?
You will suffer. You will die. You will be reduced to gore.
He has like 50 words in his vocabulary.
Indolent servant of the honorless god. Indolent servant. I will rip the flesh from your skull with my... I will tear every last bone from your body.
Body.
How divine. Such delicacies are arrayed before me. Where shall we start? Your corruption feeds me well. Are you ready to negotiate? To sample the succulence of sin and excess? I may be a feast of pain, but administer pleasure just as easily. There is no passion like that experienced in Slaanesh's exalted company. What purity have you ruined?
What purity have you ruined? Damn.
I may be a feast of pain. That frisson you feel within. Let it warm body parts. Let the lust overcome you.
This faction is called Exquisite Pain. How's the performance? It's been definitely demanding. What is this? Seductive influence. So we can seduce Norska. Affection seductive influence increasing when contact is made with a Slaanesh faction via diplomacy or battle, or via cults, or the cult gift of Slaanesh and high Slaanesh corruption. Factions with high seductive influence are more manipulatable and can eventually be forced into vassalage. Only human, elven, and beastman factions are vulnerable to seductive influence. Hey, Krunga. I'll enjoy the novelty of the game. We've been sleeping all day. Beastman feels weird, man. Last I checked, your name was red. I have a 1080 Ti. You can see the specs below stream. We do have twin relations with all the factions, but we also started war with 3. Who are these guys?
Bring ruin.
Warriors of Chaos. There's Warriors of Chaos here. And we are their only enemy. Strange to see like a Warriors of Chaos faction like this.
Mocking Washer.
Trixie that turns one foe against another or teleports armies around using sorcery. Declares one races they despise and brings destruction to their lands by burning cities that are uncorrupted. This is the Zinch faction, right?
Your place in the great game is known to us. Your reality is ours to weave, and yours to endure. Your reality is your reality. The potential not malicious.
That S.
Your place in the great game is
God damn, I like the voices of demons. At least they do the voice acting well.
Do you approach Kairos for revelation or profit?
Profit.
Your place, your path to us was clear. Because we made it so. Sinch affirms this relationship with agreeable consequences.
This sound that he makes when he speaks. So suspicious. 0 to 24%. Leadership plus one fighting against Slaanesh factions. They are suspicious of us.
The plague weaver.
Who do we have here? We see all the chaos guys. I guess we are in the way north.
Sickliness is next to godliness, don't you think?
Like every one of them is like to some extreme.
Worry not. The Nurglings are locked in their chambers. I have seen the Garden of Blight. I have behold my alchemical and biological wonder.
Almost here with demons.
Nurgle spares you for good reason.
He seems to be a little bit happy with us.
Have you brought the Skaven bladders I asked for?
Oh my god, he's gonna eat them. Skaven bladders. What do you want with Skaven bladders, Kugat? So only the corn hates us.
Me, I'll hear you out.
Maybe this one has a different response to demons. Black Venom, what? Aren't the Black Venom in the Black Mountains?
I'll hear you out. Mooks tell me to listen, so talk. Mooks tell me to listen, so
He doesn't
talk.
recognize my faction.
This is my plane.
Okay.
Chaos incarnate.
Hey, Yuri. Man, Yuri has a lot of enemies.
We shall go forth and obliterate in godly glory. Let us lay the world to waste for the Dark Masters. Let us lay the world to waste. Though my power is unfathomable, I still need minions like you.
Minions. They did get this bonus against us from the looks of it.
Are you a god? I'll hear you out, but know that you stink of fear. I will use that when we negotiate this pact. I'll hear you out. I'll hear you. I'll hear you. I'll hear
One
you.
line. So what do we have here? Bjornlings and Greyling. There's a lot of Norsk around.
True savages, tribesmen gather. The gods might compel me to kill.
We can
but
trade,
I
huh?
do it freely.
Balance the offer.
In agreement.
There are Bjornlings. On the other side, it's like the end of Norska in the west.
Yes. Enter then. Are you after a drink, a fist fight, or both? The tribe consents.
So, as a chaos, we can still trade, huh?
Northmen come, bloodthirsty. I am told you want to talk. How disappointing. I was restless for a fight.
$17 now.
Accepted.
Get 3 trade agreements with Norskans. I didn't see any resources here.
Our lusts are manipulated.
I guess there's more things to trade than wine and furs. We can trade other stuff.
The Dark Prince is charmed by your helping hand.
Well, this thing changed in any way.
Raise me.
Oh, look like this changed. Diplomacy and Slaanesh factions. So it's now at 13%. They get familiar with us, they get bonuses, but I guess at some point we can do something with them.
A malignancy pervades.
Okay.
So many souls to feast on.
$450 devotees here.
Hunger for souls.
It doesn't look like there's no downside to this to activate this. It looks like it. I have to say it costs us something. Total Slaanesh corruption 80. We get 6% more movement range, 6% speed, 6% weapons, 6% charge.
This is mine.
We're gonna replenish enemies, right? Now the army has the pain for pleasure. It's 6 turns available, but it has a 5th turn cooldown. I guess it just gets unlocked with required corruption. But it's just, I think it looks like it's one-time thing, the damage. And we get bonus for 6 turns. I think it looks like it's one-time thing.
An undesirable influence grips us.
We still get the replenished 8%. Okay, and turn.
Slaanesh, raise me.
It started at 17 minutes. This is over 2 hours. God damn, haha, got all these shekels. Guys, why do you give her all these shekels? Aha is rich again with shekels.
Drink in my excellence.
That's 6 pen through duration. Okay. But when does the damage then happen if it's through duration? This unit is at 100. So, Terrifying Mask of E. The Palace of Princess was created by the Slaanesh troop as a venue for the mask. But now it is in the hands of Corn servants. It is returned back into the loins of Slaanesh's attendants. If I knew, haha, put that many shekels, I would have ended the turn like 10 minutes ago. But yeah. Capture the and occupy falling settlement. Let's go. We can go with channeling in this element, since we're gonna waste the movement anyways, so by completing it.
Eviscerate them.
Very quick today. What are we facing here? Another hair. This is a Blood Reaper. Blood Reaper is a hero. Chaos Furies. They get Frenzy. Horn of Corn. What is this? Seduce units. Did we miss this last time? I wasn't paying attention. We can seduce this one. So if this costs favor, why doesn't it tell how much favor we have? So amount of favor available to this unit is 2,000. And number of units can be seduced 2. We can seduce the bloodletters. But this is the is this favor separate from our currency, or is this gonna be spent for our treasury? Is this like separate, or we have to spend it? It's treasury. I don't see how much I have though. I got 5,800, losing 53 per turn on 12 units. Looks like Slaanesh corruption is increasing here. Also, chaos and body corruption. This is 10 growth, huh? So I got 5,400. Mine! This guy has the seduction cheaper, right? I've seen a couple of things that also lower these things. How does one seduce a steam tank? Well, have you seen a car's body? I'm sure you can just spread some machine oil over him.
Slaves to darkness.
Goddamn, this unit looks so good. Finally playing some Purple Chaos. Gotta say, this unit looks better than anything little in Warhammer 2 from Chaos. I like red. So since we seduced the Chaos Wars of Korn, I guess they're gonna go first. Treat them as mercenaries, right? They need to, you know... We need to get our money's worth out of them. What? Man, these cities look pretty good with all these pathways. Look at this grinder here. We don't have. We have Malcolm missing in the Asm, that's it. I like the minor settlements, but maybe a tier 1 should be open battle. Maybe this should only happen with tier 2 and tier 3. Won't be able to have much options for flanking, but they just put units here and here, and we still have to go through one way.
Flow like wine. The debauched ones I seek.
These towers with this range, like, what the fuck? What the fuck would the thing giving this much range, these towers?
Finding fresh stone.
Yes.
Annihilate them! Power of Slaanesh! Atari moves. Yes! Chaos Warriors of Korn!
Like the car is way too fast for these guys.
Move! Army of the Dark Gods!
Bring us on joyous degradation.
So these were the chariots, and they're getting murdered by the Chaos Furies.
Now!
Bringing
Yeah, our flanking bonus is gonna be amazing in sieges.
The Eternal Hunters!
To the next victory.
sin. Luscious deviance.
Miasma is at 100 meters.
The darkest of desires.
So where is this tower? Here?
Rush of guns! Onward! For Slaanesh himself!
Demon X. The pleasure is all mine. Demon X of Slaanesh.
These ones have taken damage, but no casualties. It's kind of getting killed. Can't really do much here with flanking. I mean, what are you gonna go around, get murdered by everything?
This will do! Asmagoria! No one faster!
Marauders of Slaanesh.
Demon X. Supple servants of Slaanesh. Move with grace.
This is the Scar Grinder.
Demon X. Rend.
Kari!
This is the area here is down. We get momentum here. We get a little bit melee attack and leadership and a little bit bigger.
Decadent seekers.
Chaos Warriors. Cena is taking all the unnecessary damage.
Guided by hunger.
We're gonna have to replenish if we push any further.
Do not touch the Kari!
Do not touch Nakari.
Move it!
Seeking Slaanesh's embrace.
It seems to be like already, you know, pretty much defeated here. This guy is just chilling here.
Slaanesh.
We've seen a lot of this.
Death through sensation. Bring agony. Allures.
They're trying to get to the victory point, and not they're not fighting. It's like old Rome 2 behavior. Get me in! Let me in!
Striders!
Divine dance. It brings access.
Without question!
The maiden of ecstasy.
They really need to change the code that they should attack and not try to get through a unit that's killing them when they're close to objective. That is just never going to work. This looks really bad.
Marauders of Slaanesh!
But yeah, the AI is all complicated. It's just cheaper just to get good voice actors and nice music playing in the background.
Marauders! Slay them!
Chaos Warrior!
It looks like we didn't even need this guy, but I did lose one unit there. Let's see if we actually, it'll actually cost us for that.
Sensuous. Repulsive and alluring.
Ah damn man, the miasma is even better than before. It says duration of 23 seconds, huh? This guy supposedly died, but we didn't get the animation, huh? We've seen multiple these behaviors where the AI is just a little bit weird regarding its objectives. $1,149. So we did spend for this one here.
Take it.
What happened to that unit? We did pay for it. Is it like temporary or is it permanent? Of Tolos. Maintain control of one of the following provinces. The Shardlands. The Shardlands.
Talor.
This is another capital here, so it's opposite of... I mean, it's actually... This is a Palace of Princes, they're both palaces, my bad. 500 devotees for this one. Uniting the Shardlands under one dominatrix will not only rid you of the immediate threat from Khorne, but give you a strong power base from which to launch southwards, where the richest quarry lies. Okay, Crystal Pod here as well. Let's see the minor settlements. Soul Outpost, pretty straightforward here, just a little bit income growth and Garrison. And the Garrison did get much bigger. Book of Revelation is the Garrison building. This one adds walls to the settlement. This tier 3 Garrison feels like quite poor. He doesn't really get any tier 3 units. Palace of the High Seducers, 3 control 3 Slaanesh corruption, plus 50 or more. Slaanesh corruption just points plus 4. And in the capital there's one with the devotees, you can get extra devotees if it's positive. This is actually going to be not very actually easy to get. Especially in this this is highly corrupt right now.
Bow. Drink in my excellence.
Demons of Slaanesh and Exalt Demons of Slaanesh. That looks good. This looks like a solid infantry unit.
Slay.
Pendulum here. They nerfed the pendulum in Warhammer 2 towards the end. Wonder if they actually got this nerf into Warhammer 3 as well. Spirit of Shades looks like it's doing lower damage. But I guess it's This doesn't seem like right damage for Spirit of Shades. Miasm will help with melee for sure. And the fact it's overcast for the range as well will help where we need it. Then we have some situational stuff. A little bit more AP then, huh? When you look at this numbers, Pendulum does way more damage than Pit of Shades. Pit of Shade is 10 and 17. I think. As they change it.
Me imbibe your essence.
The Fetid Catacombs. Horse of the Damned. Blood Mountain.
The world will tremble.
Who is this? This is still the bloody sword. We also had war with Eggs of Khorne, so we're gonna have to deal with what's his name, Scarbrand.
Hunger for souls.
Also, Princess, what? Marauders of Slaanesh as the basic unit.
You may bow.
This looks like some kind of bug with upkeep.
You shall suffer greatness. Time to savor.
So, looks like upkeep is bugged.
Taste.
Recruited Lord, the upkeep increased, with his banded Lord, the upkeep stayed.
I must taste flesh.
You can see upkeep 100. You can see upkeep 4% increase. Maybe the extra laws are permanent here. Maybe even if they're in pool, it says each additional lord recruited will increase your total army up by 4%. A way to combat the bench bonuses.
Our heads are turned.
Each additional lord recruit will increase your armor by 4%.
I demand total submission.
The greatest
Our upkeep increased again.
mine alone. Drinking
And it stayed.
my excellence.
Oh my god, man. That gotta be worth it for the pool. That can't be bugged. That must be intentional. When you read the text, it says each additional lord recruited will increase your total army up by 4%. So when we recruit a lord, no wonder they put 4%. Yeah, it says recruited, yeah. So every time we recruit, it increases 4%, but then its supply lines increases, but then decreases, but the upkeep stays. We already did Pratik and increased again. Now that was a different upkeep bug, different one. Anyways, boys, I had enough for the day 1 of Warhammer 3. We did nearly 14 hours. We'll be sticking to like 12 hours, really. Can't really sit 14 hours every day. Tomorrow we'll be doing Kislev and we'll continue this. So, thank you guys for watching and see you next time. Good night.